Salam alaikum. Do you know what endless bliss is? Endless bliss is having the religion that Allah Ta'ala commands of His slaves. To make sure we understand and follow the way commanded by our Prophet, we're reading about the life of our Prophet, Rasulullah. Before I continue, I want to again read from the book Ethics of Islam. In a hadith, it is stated, a person who learns religious knowledge with the intention of obtaining respect of other scholars, or with the intention of arguing with the ignorant and becoming famous, will not even get the smell of paradise. It is understood from this hadith that a person who learns religious knowledge for obtaining wealth or rank, or satisfying his bestial desires, and does not practice his knowledge, is not an Islamic scholar. Let us continue. When Hadrat Bilal arrived at the house of our Prophet's daughter, Fatima, he knocked on the door and said, "O the daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, please give me Rasulullah's whip." Thereupon our mother, Hadrat Fatima, asked, "O Bilal, now is neither the time of pilgrimage nor a holy war. What will my father do with the whip?" Hadrat Bilal replied, "O Fatima, don't you know? Retaliation will be applied with it against Rasulullah." Our mother Fatima firmly admonished Hadrat Bilal by saying, "O Bilal, who can consent to take his right through retaliation from Rasulullah? Since he requested so, I will give it. However, say to Hassan and Hussein that they should let the person who will take his right to apply the retaliation against them. Let that person take his right from them. Don't let the retaliation be made against Rasulullah." Then Hadrat Bilal came to the masjid and gave the whip to our master Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and in return Rasulullah gave it to Hadrat Ukasha. When Hadrat Abu Bakr and Hadrat Umar saw this, they begged, "O Ukasha, you see, we are present here. Take your right from us. Please, do not take your right from Rasulullah." Thereupon our master, the Prophet, said to Hazrat Abu Bakr, and Abu Bakr said, "Leave it. Move aside. O Umar, you too, move aside. Allah Ta'ala knows your high ranks." Then Hadrat Ali stood up and said, "O Ukasha, I do not consent to your whipping Rasulullah. Here is my back and abdomen. Come and take your right from me. If you want, whip 100 times, but do not touch Rasulullah." However, our master the Prophet said, "O Ali, you too sit down. Allah Ta'ala also knows your high rank and situation." This time, Hadrat Hassan and Hadrat Hussein stood up and said, "O Ukasha, you also know well that we are Rasulullah's grandchildren. Therefore, retaliation against us is tantamount to retaliation against Rasulullah. Take your right from us. Please do not whip Rasulullah." Then our master Rasulullah said to them, "You too sit down. Oh, the joy of my two eyes." And then said, "O Ukasha, come and whip." When Ukasha said, "O Rasulullah, when you hit me, my back was bare," our beloved Prophet uncovered his blessed back. At that moment, sobbing sounds were heard from the Ashab Kiram, and they said, "O Ukasha, will you whip Rasulullah's blessed back?" Everybody was waiting in deep sorrow. When Hadrat Ukasha saw the seal of prophethood on our master Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's blessed back, he suddenly kissed it by saying, "May my parents be sacrificed for your sake, O Rasulullah. Who could muster the strength and who could dare to whip your blessed back and apply retaliation in order to take his right?" Thereupon our master Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "No, either whip or forgive me." Then Hadrat Ukasha said, "May my life be sacrificed for your sake, O Rasulullah. I have forgiven. I wonder if Allah Ta'ala will, in return, forgive me on the day of resurrection." Our master, the Prophet, said, Whomever wishes to see my friend in heaven should take a look at this old person." Then the Ashab Kiram, who heard these blessed words of our Master, Rasulullah, started to kiss Hadrat Ukasha between his two eyes. All of them were saying, "How happy you are! How happy you are, O Ukasha! For the sake of accompanying Rasulullah Alaihissalam, you have attained high ranks in paradise." In the last days of the month of Safar, the Master of the Worlds, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, was thinking of inviting the Byzantines, that is the Eastern Romans, in the north, to Islam once again, before becoming a great threat to Muslims. In case they did not accept that invitation, he wished to fight against them and to take them under the reign of the Islamic State. Therefore, he ordered his heroic companions to prepare to fight against the Byzantines. The companions dispersed for the purpose of making preparation. Our Master, Rasul Ikram, called Hadrat Usama bin Zaid and said to him, "O Usama, go with the name and benediction of Allah Ta'ala to Damascus, the Balka border, Darum in Palestine, as far as the place where your father was martyred. Make your horses trample those lands. I've appointed you as the commander-in-chief of this army. Immediately advance towards the Ubnals and attack them like lightning. Go to your destination so fast that they cannot receive any news about you before you arrive. Take pathfinders with you and make them as spies and scouts to proceed in front of you. In case Allah Ta'ala grants you victory, stay among them for a short time." Then he ordered him to establish his camp in Jurf, and tied the banner with his blessed hands and delivered it. Wa alaikum salam.